What's good? It's Nico from Uncomfortably Fresh in Killafornia. I'm here in New York and I just had a workshop at the Wondrous Studio of Breaking. Thank you, Jin. Thank you, Xi, for plugging me in. This was super dope. So today in the workshop we worked on style development. I introduced different methods of spreading out your practices so you don't go crazy, different variations in how to diversify your practice. We also went over strength and conditioning and learning how to value flexibility. All of the times when we get this out of breath, we start getting frantic and we start panicking. Sometimes we'll do our filler moves, we'll start getting sloppy. So during those moments when our energy and our heart rate is ridiculously high, that's like the best moment to clean up everything, right? And it's gonna feel so good when you're, say, round 8 in a cypher or in a battle going with someone, and they're gassed out, and you're still able to do a second round quality move or combo. Something I learned from Gary Vee and how to apply entrepreneurship into breaking was self-awareness, in the sense that learning the capacity of your weaknesses and your strengths within your dance, conceptually and even physically. And in terms of body awareness, I learned how to value the extent of how much intensity and how much pressure I can put on my body when it comes to practice, in terms of my lung capacity and how long I can expand my endurance and stamina, and just my overall awareness, learning how to not kick things at its most basic sense, all the way to learning the different variations and figuring out how to navigate my body into different styles of the foundational movement. One thing that the people who took the workshop today is, I'd recommend being honest with yourself. That's something that took me a long time to learn, and something that I got caught up looking at the numbers of, say, the traffic on Instagram, or learning how to be vulnerable and valuing being vulnerable. So any way that you can be honest with yourself, learning or applying any of the concepts we went over today, I just recommend tripling down on that. It's gonna help so much. Time management is a really big thing. Especially, say you commit to a project where you're posting one video every day, or you're at least dancing every day. It could fall on Christmas, or it could fall on Thanksgiving when you have to be with family, and then you have to go outside to break, but then you'd rather be with family. If I want to spend time with family, or I want to spend time doing leisurely activities rather than breaking, which is a really hard time for me, that's a big challenge for me. Making that mental switch has always been a challenge, because I just want to break all the time, right? But yeah, the progress is real, because just touching the floor at least once every day, that'll change a lot of things. Especially, say it's on video, or if you want to pursue a project like this, not for the sake of your viewers, but for the sake of yourself. You're gonna get bored doing the same combo or doing the same idea every day, so then you have to start switching things up. My intention and my awareness of, I guess, social media awareness or presence, because what just felt like me posting a practice video for me to keep my creative juices flowing every day, I started noticing it was gaining traction in other parts of the world, or there were different people around the world telling me that they've seen these videos, and that getting more traction or even more support through the DMs or through comments, that's a whole nother dynamic in itself, where it's like, whoa, how do I stay away from getting engulfed by the intention, right? Or the attention. How do I not succumb to people complimenting me or hating on me all the time? So that creates, I guess, that helped me transition into this position where I really had to focus on the creative. Because the moments that I did start focusing on the attention, or start looking at the numbers or valuing the numbers that kind of way, that's where I started failing, or that's where I started not feeling satisfied. So really, this project has helped me learn to commit and value my creative self. I originally got the idea from Gary Vaynerchuk. He's that investor, entrepreneur guy, but he basically told a singer to post one video every day of him making a new song. And of course the singer was like, whoa, this is super overwhelming. How am I gonna accomplish that? But basically, not paying attention to the numbers, but also paying attention to the numbers and valuing your creative self, it's like gonna scale you. It's one avenue of how to scale your improvement significantly. Shout out to UDEF, Killafornia, Uncomfortably Fresh, San Diego, and everyone that's been supporting hashtag Nico's Year and my accounts at Nico Spins.